Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. Thanks so much for tuning in. In today's video, we're talking about variable shot timing and whether or not it should be incorporated into NBA 2K25. Variable shot timing was added into the game to counter cheaters. But as we've seen on NBA 2K24, cheaters reign supreme. Then why do we have shot timing variations in the game? And this is the huge debate that a lot of players in the 2K community are currently having for 2K25, wondering if 2K is going to add variable shot timing back into the game. We finna get into all the details. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
You know, guys, one of the things that frustrate me the absolute most when playing 2K is that shot timing variations are just ridiculously inconsistent. And here's the dilemma that I personally have when I think of 2K24. I spent so much time. I invested a ton of time practicing and learning my shot. To give you guys some perspective, I have over 1,000 hours played on 2K24, and I have barely touched the game over the last 2 seasons. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like these shot timing variations make shooting extra difficult, because I've had one of the best shooting years ever in any 2K game. As satisfying as it is to learn your shot and start executing in game, you start seeing them greens dropping consistently, hitting between defenders in that tight window of opportunity. I gotta say, it is equally, if not more frustrating when you get on the game. You feel the latency, you feel the delay, and you just can't even hit wide open shots. Out here, spend a week going crazy, get on the game randomly one day and you're bricking everything. Man, I gotta tell you guys, it is the absolute most frustrating thing. It's like mind numbing. All those practice hours that you put in to learn your jump shot rendered damn near irrelevant. And there's no amount of practice hours that you guys could put into the game that will win against latency, because latency and the lack of consistency in shot timing variations is the absolute biggest challenge for 2K players on 2K24. How many of you guys done switched internet service providers hoping that it'll give you a better experience on 2K? How many times have you gone through your house checking if your kids are on Netflix while you're playing 2K? We make all these changes in our real life and they just don't seem to accommodate us when we get on 2K. And this high level of frustration, lack of consistency, is what leads a lot of 2K players to start pointing blame at the 2K devs for introducing shot timing variations into the game. I would like to reference this post from Mike Wayne that he sent out in the beginning of the year. He says variable shot timing has been toned down for 2K24. Also, we changed the shot timing impact shooting attribute to shot timing stability. Higher stability grades will further dampen the effects of fatigue/defense on your shot speed. And in my experience with 2K24, no matter how high that grade is for shot timing stability, you will still suffer the same fate as anybody else when you guys end up getting into games that have a super high ping. The super high ping introduces extreme amounts of latency, your shot timing ends up becoming super erratic, and your visual cues, they just don't seem to align. And that'll help us segue into this next post from Splash. He says it feels like your green window moves per shot. Like if you shoot your shot the same 10 times, it'll say slightly late, green, and slightly early, even though you're not changing your timing. The reason why I thought this particular post was really important is because Splash, he's a contest winner, 250,000 in my team. If I'm not mistaken, he's also a former NBA 2K League player. And what I'm getting at is that this is the opinion from somebody who invests a ton of time into playing 2K, and he still comes up with the same issues that an average player like myself experiences. I don't think a lot of players on 2K fully understand the amount of different shot timings that 2K has incorporated into the game. I would like to reference this post from Ja. He says, this is how many different jump shot timings there are in NBA 2K24. He also goes on to say, moral of the story, you gotta learn them all. And he goes on to list a bunch of different shot timings. You got a different shot close to the 3-point line, a different shot 1 step behind the 3-point line, a different shot 2 steps behind the 3-point line, a different shot if you cross over and shoot, a different shot if you step back and shoot. You also have different shots whether you're in the stage, pro am or rec, so on and so forth. Now help me understand how us 2K players are supposed to fully accept all these different shot timings when you're playing on servers with fluctuating pings. You see, if you experience latency in game, all these different shot timings change. And if you have a fluctuating ping, then these different shot timings will change throughout the game. It seems like the mechanics for shot timing variations haven't been fully fleshed out to help give 2Ks a consistent experience when it comes to shooting. Moral of the story, servers are trash. Now, have you guys noticed that your timing is different for different areas on the court? Like for instance, if I shoot out the corner, it feels like my shot is way faster than shooting out the hash. I don't know if this is a placebo effect, but that's just how it feels. NBA 2K Lab sent out this post saying court locations still didn't change shot timings, but there still is a variable timing depending on the stamina level, openness, and I'm assuming the catch animations. And by the way, if you guys would like to join NBA 2K Lab Premium, use promo code AllCity and you can save yourself 20%. Now, I've come to know NBA 2K Lab as a trusted and reliable source when it comes to 2K information, especially in regards to shooting. And whether it's fact or fiction, I can't help but feel that my shot feels way different shooting out of the corner versus shooting out of the hash. I feel the difference in timing. I'm definitely curious to see if you guys have noticed the same thing. Sound off in the comment section. Let's say, for instance, that you're going through one of these slumps where you know that you're getting on games with a super high ping, you experience the latency whether you're on defense or offense, you notice it ASAP. You also know that it's going to lead to a lot of trouble in regards to shooting. You start bricking out there, you're fuming inside, and then you seeing somebody take heavily contested shots and knocking them down green. As a player, it just makes you feel super low, like you feel like it's definitely a user error. If that man's hitting contested shots and I can't even hit wide open shots, oh my god. I would like to reference this post from Albino. He said, Chalk is a dog at this game. I'm starting to hit way more heavies after listening to his streams. Definitely levels to it. Sadly, I just can't play 2K like this, to be honest. In a couple of months, everyone will be greening heavies and taking questionable shots. NBA 2K24 has to figure this out. I have never played any 2K where it's been this easy to shoot in somebody's grill like they're not even there and green it almost every single time. Don't get me wrong, I do understand that defensive badges play a huge part in this scenario, but still in all, there's nothing more demoralizing to your experience on 2K when you're struggling to hit wide open shots and you see somebody hitting heavily contested shots. It just ends up making players like myself, maybe some of you guys as well, it makes us feel confused. And that'll help me lead to this next post from Dimework. He says, I'm saying this with no bias or anger, just an honest opinion. Whatever you just did with removing the variable shot timing, roll it back in the next patch. I actually have no idea what I'm doing now. I don't know if I'm getting a fast shot or a slow one. I'm just shooting. Regular shooting, catch and shoot, fine. Everything else is doomed. Now, with all the information that you guys have in this video, if you had to make a decision, what would you choose on whether or not to add shot timing variations for 2K25? In my humble opinion, I don't think shot timing variations is the problem. I think it was a good idea. In theory and concept is dope. It seems to me that 2K developed this concept on a weak foundation. 2K servers being the foundation. If us as players need millisecond response time to consistently hit our shots, players getting on servers with a super high ping completely undermine the whole mechanic of shooting with millisecond response time. And I would just like to add, although I don't mind shot timing variations, there are too many instances when you play 2K, you could be wide open and 2K will randomly speed up your shot or slow it down. If 2K incorporated, one of the main things that I think will limit the amount of frustration that I have on the game, and at the very least let me know what I'm getting myself into when I get in a game, is giving players a ping indicator. Similar to when you get on Call of Duty, you know if you're getting on a game or going into a server with a super high ping, you know you're going to have a high amount of latency. I think 2K needs to incorporate something like that so that players know what they're getting themselves into and they don't think it's themselves, and they end up spending hours practicing their shot only to find out their shot had nothing to do. It's not a variable in this equation. Players are simply getting match made into servers that just have too high a ping. And the sad part is, we don't even know it. So my final thoughts are, 2K, take shot timing variations out the game until you get the foundation solid. The servers have to be solid if you really want to gain 2K players full appreciation for shot timing variations. Great concept in theory, but in reality, it's maddening to 2K players. As always, definitely curious to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comment section below. How can 2K fix shot timing variations and whether or not they should be added into 2K25? I'm hoping that you guys will catch the next video. Y'all be sure to tune in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.